Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Episode 447. Debuting Season 8 here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Streaming live from Facebook Live, YouTube Live, paying the premium on X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. The debut of the Woo Report. It has been a long summer for me, for you. Devils hockey underway, preseason. Let's go. All engines are fired up as we start today full time here on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. Just kind of restarting that car that you hadn't driven in 6 months. It's been a long summer. It's been a long summer, long off season for me. Devils, right now, 0-4 in preseason. The podcast title today is Preseason Does Matter. On a big sports weekend, we got the New York Mets playing around probably about an hour from now as we're doing this podcast. You got the Jets playing. Giants played on Thursday, losing to the Dallas Cowboys. But hey, we got Devils hockey to talk about. Devils Rangers tomorrow at the Rock, I believe. I think it's at the Rock. And you know, we talk about preseason. It does matter. And you know, before we get into that, you know, I've had a long summer, a long off season. To think about this team from where it was 2 seasons ago to last season to now. You've got a new coach. You've got new ideas, new system. Different ways to use the old system. Just 2 different goaltenders, really. You've got, I mean, Jake Allen did play the latter half of last season, but you've got Jacob Markstrom, Jake Allen, the 2 Jakes, manning the net. You've got new blood defensively, new acquisitions, and Brett Pesce and Dylan coming into the mix. You've got Seamus Casey, who's going to Prague, reported by James Nichols of New Jersey Hockey Now. I see NY Davey says, hi, Sam, LGD, Mets, Ashish. Hello, NY Davey. But Seamus Casey, some of these fans wanted Casey traded for whatever reason to get a goaltender. I saw all the tweets. I took receipts last season. And look, Tom Fitzgerald was right. You need to have depth on the blue line. With Luke Hughes out with injury, getting injured during training, which makes me irate that he got hurt. Where's the trainer? Is there an accountability here? Nemitz, he's back, but he certainly got banged up during his time with the Slovak team in early September. Then you have, I think, Hadaka right now going to be out for the foreseeable future. Don't know the exact status on him. And, you know, obviously Pesce, you know, recovering from surgery. Also, the Devils, you know, they got some... They got Dawson Mercer back. You know, the contract holdout, whatever. I think it was a good deal. I think it was a good deal for both sides. Call it a bridge deal. Call it what you want. The fact of the matter is, thank goodness that a contract dispute did not end Dawson Mercer's Ironman streak. Since day one, since he came into the league, he has been playing every game, and hopefully he improves upon last season. Now, he had a slow start last season. I don't think he registered a point till his 12th game, 14th game of the season. I don't know the exact stat, but it's good to have Dawson Mercer back. But what about the Devils being 0-4? 0-4. I've heard it. So the Devils were 7-0 last season. What did they get them? I think what really matters here during this preseason, and I'm not making excuses. I don't make excuses for losing. It's either you win or you lose. And if you lose, you got to make the adjustments. Max says the preseason does matter. However, Devils don't seem like it matters. Or they are still trying to figure out the new system and new teammates. I hope it's the latter. Well, I hope so too. Sheldon Keefe saying he's happy. You know, he's happy where their progress is. Whatever that means. I mean, what is he supposed to say as a new coach? Oh, we suck. I can't believe I signed this deal to take over this team. Of course he's supposed to say that. Look, what I'm looking for in preseason, because it's kind of an odd season here. They're starting off in Prague, October 4th and October 5th, overseas. So does preseason really matter? Yes, it still does. Thank you for the super chat, Max. Fund the Woo Jet. Yes, we hope to travel this season. Go to joinourcrew.com. Joinourcrew.com. Sign up so you get the latest updates of the Let's Go Devils podcast, where we're going to be. Sometimes we don't even know where we're going to be to the last minute. But you get the latest of where we will be. We will be October 10th at American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center next to Champ Plaza. The big stage, weather permitting, we'll be out. We're going to be unveiling some new toys as well. It's going to be a great fun for opening night. October 10th, the crew will be there. Beer Baron will be there. Shorts Guy will be there. Vinny will be piped in through the internet. Same with Scotty. Devils After Dark is coming back. Game Day Live is coming back. Also, could we have some new podcasts coming to the platform very soon? Absolutely. Talking more NHL, talking more New Jersey. Outside of the Devils-centric podcast that we have, we're going to talk a little bit about New Jersey, a little bit of NHL, a little bit of everything for your 7 days a week needs of listening to the fine programming on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Enough plugging already, but this is what I think will be a successful preseason for your New Jersey Devils. And you know what I think it is? The core four stay healthy. I'm talking about Jesper Bratt. I'm talking about Nico Hischier. I'm talking about Jack Hughes. And I'm talking about Timo Meier. They have to stay healthy before they take on Lindy Ruff's Buffalo Sabres in Prague. And knock on wood, I think everything's okay. I get a little nervous in preseason when these games don't count. But what really counts and why preseason matters, it's not the scoreboard that matters. It's just getting the team ready matters. I know that sounds cliche, Captain Obvious. Woo, you're preaching to the choir. Yes. But to say these games don't matter, the record doesn't matter. I will say that. The record doesn't matter because what coaches want is to see player evaluation, team chemistry. Some players play better with other players. Where do they fit in the lineup? What the line combinations are going to be? What are the defensive pairings? Do we do 7 D guys instead of 6? How are the goaltenders? Allen, Dawes, and Markstrom. What I think? Nobody cares what I think, but here's what I think. I think what the Devils need to do is stay healthy, play out the preseason, let the young guys, the AHLers, the ones that are on a bubble and making the team, let them fight for a position. This is why preseason matters. You want to have a winning culture right from the get-go. A winning culture. Preseason records, yes, I would like to win games, but what matters most is the Devils care and the Devils prepare themselves when the games start counting. Kind of like practice the way you play. You know that cliche? You know when your coach yells at you in practice that you're just dogging it? But that's how you build a winner. NY Davey says, talk about Erica getting shafted by MSG. I think we went over that before. Erica Wachter gave the podcast a little bit of a pep talk. Maybe we'll reveal what she said. But it is a grind doing this podcast. Hello, Peter Seifert in the YouTube Live. It is a grind to be doing this podcast, but we're willing to do it for you, our fellow Devils fan, as we're going to be back at 9 p.m. tonight for the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition. And just arranging the programming, we have Stay the Fan address this week. PucksandPitchforks.com editor-in-chief Nick Villano and I will be talking puck, talking Devils hockey. Also, new programming coming next week. Yes, new programming coming next week. We're going to talk more NHL. We're going to talk more puck. We're going to talk Jersey. We're going to talk more Jersey and New Jersey and the Devils. So it's going to be all good stuff. And I hope you keep it here. We had a little bit of hiatus. I got medical clearance to be doing this podcast. I'm doing a lot better than I was after the season ended last season. Those that don't know, I had a little bit of a medical issue. Put it bluntly. Could have bled to death, but didn't happen. I'm okay now. Everything's all good. Ready to go. And the lesson learned is life is short. Your time is short as on this earth. Do what you love. Do what you love. And if you love this podcast, support this podcast, please. Because it is a grind. But we're happy to do it for you. And thank you, Peter. Your wife was concerned about me. Yeah, my wife was concerned about me too. Believe me, Mrs. Wu got me all better. Yes, she did a great job behind the scenes getting this podcast back up and running. But we're going to try different things this year, all that kind of stuff. But 2025 is around the corner. And we're going to have our season predictions like we did last year. There could be surprises. Is this team going to be good? On paper, they look fantastic. But can they keep themselves healthy? I love the meat line. We talk about beefalytics. We talk about beef. Paul Cotter. Love that guy. Curtis Lazar. Love that guy. Nathan Bastion, a renaissance. Can he be the smash mouth Nathan Bastion we know he can be and be equally as effective? I hope so. Shane Van Sickle, yes, LGD, yo. Also, big shout out to David Decker of Town Toyota in Route 46 in beautiful Ledgewood, New Jersey. Yes, if you ever need Again, if you ever need a Toyota, go to David Decker, Town Toyota in Ledgewood, New Jersey, and that beautiful stretch of Route 46. Get yourself a Town Toyota and tell Sam Wu sent you if you do that. Great deals, great inventory, getting the Toyota for you, as he's done for the Let's Go Devils podcast. Ash Shorts guy, believe me, he's already bought, 2 or 3 Toyotas from David Decker? He's a satisfied customer. NYDV says, Nason, yes. So there is depth on this team. Right now, the depth is being tested because of some of the injuries going into the season. But good teams figure it out. Good teams will find a way to win. And let's hope our New Jersey Devils will play well with their speed and skill. But now they've got some brawn. Guys that will hold the team accountable when they hit the captain, Nico Hischier, or Jack Hughes. Luke Hughes, hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later. Dougie Hamilton, the question mark on him, coming off a surgery of that pectoral injury. I don't even know what a pectoral is. Seamus Casey, Shalobi said. Nice to see Seamus Casey make a case for himself to join the team in Prague. Seamus Casey, the name and packages of trade rumors where is he expendable? No mobile defenseman, that's a righty especially, are expendable. They have great value in the National Hockey League. I really hope Jack added some muscle this offseason. Look, a healthy Jack Hughes, a healthy Nico Hischier, a healthy Timo Meier, and a healthy Jesper Bratt is what matters right now. That's what matters. And if the Devils can get out of preseason healthy going into Prague, I'll take it. And let the ones on the bubble fight it out. Hopefully it'll lead to Devils victories, but don't be sad if the Devils go 0-7 or 0-8 in preseason. What matters now is they get themselves ready in preseason for regular season form. They go in and kick some ass in Prague and come back home to the Rock 2-0. That's the goal. October 10th, an American Whiskey. We'll be live, big stage, weather permitting. Going to be fine podcast. And, so we'll be back 9 p.m. Eastern tonight for the Let's Go Devils podcast. Also, another shout-out to JCB Architectural for their wonderful support of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Also, giving marketing advice to this podcast. So go to joinourcrew.com. Again, joinourcrew.com if you haven't already, to get the latest updates of where we will be, because we are going to be traveling this season. And also go to our podcast pages on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get our podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, iHeart app. Yes, we're bringing it back. And thank you to all those listening and the support over this off season. But I've been conditioning. I've been eating. I didn't say I'm eating well, but I have been eating. I see food and I eat it. Oh, yeah, and Max, and don't forget to drink Crew Brew. All right. Thank you, folks. This is the Woo Report. Till next time, let's go Devils.